Swimming is one of the most popular summer sports with millions swimming laps each morning and throughout the day. With pools closed due to COVID, what would you do if you owned a business that sold almost exclusively to swim teams? What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Fervent Four. Did you know that only 4% of businesses ever cross the annual $1 million revenue mark? I'm Zack Miller, author of Anomaly, and with me today, I have my co-host, Tim Ryan, lead man at startwheel.org. Thank you so much for joining us. The Fervent Four is a weekly show each and every Thursday at 11 a.m. dedicated to sharing insights into growing a world-class business no matter the climate. The Fervent Four is powered by the SBDC, which helps local small businesses grow through counseling and resources. If you're interested in learning more on how the SBDC can help your business, head to startwheel.org/weekly. Nate Tschohl swam his entire life competitively. He coached at Old Dominion University, go Monarchs, and a few years back was annoyed that the swim industry was stuck in 1984. Meet Swimnerd. Ladies and gentlemen, Nate Tschohl.
What's up?
I decided we should start clapping when we introduce these people. That would be fun. Greetings. How's it going,
what's up,
Nate?
guys? Hey, man, everything's great. How are you? Hey,
Wonderful. Let's start with the hardest questions first. Your favorite swim destination length is how long?
The longer the better. So open water, I'd probably go with the open water, and maybe 3K.
3K. Okay, so for those
probably
that live in America, 3K is how long?
3,000 kilometers or 2 miles.
Still, we went in kilometers. Okay, so 2 miles. Your 2 mile time would take how long?
Well, we just did it at the ocean front last week, and I think I was 36 minutes flat. But we had a pretty good current, so it was pretty fast. Yeah, it was good. It was pretty fast.
Were you swimming with the current?
Yeah, it was with the current, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so in a pool, how fast would you swim that 2 miles?
Probably 40 minutes.
Okay. Tim, your favorite, you don't swim, right? You know how to swim.
I swam as a kid and through high school.
Okay. What was your favorite swim?
Freestyle and breaststroke.
Okay. Like what distance?
Either the 50 or the 100.
Okay. And so a 50 free, how long would that take you?
Jeez. That's going back so many years now. 50 free, I don't know. I can't even remember. 30-something seconds.
Nate, what do you think you could have done then?
He probably broke 30 seconds. Most people can break 30 seconds in a 50-yard freestyle.
As a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
What would your time have been?
Me?
Yeah.
I think I went 22 something.
Wow. So that's actually
not
interesting.
Not as fast as you, I don't think.
No, I went like a 21.4 at some point. But what's interesting in that is that you could go fast in a 50 free and actually pretty quick in miles as well, which is unique, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. 22's not that fast. It's pretty fast if you're a girl. Yeah, the longer the race, the better I tend to do. Actually, the 5,000, we're doing the 5,000 swim at the oceanfront next month on the 23rd, I think. And I think I've won that one twice or 3 times in previous years, even against all the young people, just because it's so long. It's about an hour. And
so that's really, race.
Open water is so different, right? Open water is the best because every single time you swim, it's different. The currents are different. Are you being pushed out? Are you being pushed in? Is the current faster towards the shore, or further out past the break? Are you drafting off people nonstop throughout the race? Or are you conserving your energy to be able to sprint on home? The open water races are just so much fun because they're just always so different. When you go to a swimming pool, it's always the same. The wall's always going to be there. The wall's not moving. The water's usually not moving. So I like being in the natural elements. Maybe it's raining. Maybe you got a little bit of 1 or 2 foot chop and you can't really see anybody. And it's all mental. It's just, we call it going into the darkness. And you're just Yeah, you're just turning it out. You're trying to keep that stroke rate nice and long, but keep turning it over. Just try to redline yourself so you're not going into anaerobic mode, but you're right there.
Very interesting. So tell me about what got you into swimming as a kid.
I grew up in a big family in the Coast Guard, so we all had swim lessons when we were little. But then my twin brother was like, I want to do it as a sport. So we started at Los Gaviotas in Great Bridge. It was called Seven Springs Serpents back then. That was our first swim team. Now it's called Chesapeake Golf and Country Club, I think.
Gotcha.
And all 5 of us were on the swim team. We got lots of pictures of us next to the pool in little Speedos, being little kids. The 5 Tschohl brothers and sister. That's how we got started. Just like most everybody, just a normal rec, summer league.
Yeah, summer swim team. And then so you continue to swim. Did you ever do year-round in that?
Yeah, I tried year-round like once or twice when I was younger, and I didn't last but like a couple of weeks. I just wasn't into like nonstop training. I like baseball and other sports, so I played all sorts of everything else till I really got into high school, and then I made the decision to swim for ODAC, full time. And even after my first year, I was like, this is bogus. I'm out of here. Still wasn't really in love with swimming yet, but I had improved so much. And I think that just kept me, when you see drastic improvement, this is one of the best things about the sport of swimming is that it's so easy to see your improvement, So, when you're a little kid, you realize real quickly that the hard work and showing up to practice all the time, never missing a practice really makes you a lot better. So, swimming's the best at that.
Even with swimming, I feel like I didn't realize it until recently, but it's just like a lot of those early mornings, as a kid, they sucked, think about it now. Just like in the winter, how cold it was. And, those are actually some big lessons learned.
My dad woke up at 3:45 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and drove me and one other guy to practice. Practice started at 4:40 until I could drive. And then you're waking up at 4:00, and I'm taking my little brother down to Fleet Rec in Norfolk, 30 minutes away, and we're swimming from 4:40 to 6, and we're driving back to Chesapeake taking him to school. And then you go to school, and then you leave school, and you go straight back to the swimming pool again, swim for 3 more hours. So there was a lot of long days. Swimming is not for the faint of heart.
That's one of the things that's so cool, hearing us talk about this now is that some of the lessons learned as a kid. I mean, it was like you didn't know what it was like to get tired. Your coach just told you, this is the set you're doing, and you did it. And I think after you won, you just waited for the next set.
Yeah, that's why it's so sad with coronavirus. Summer league swimming basically throughout all of America was just canceled. All the biggest, everybody pretty much. I don't even know if anyone's swimming. So, that means all those rec kids, which is far the majority of all swimmers, it's our feeder system into USA Swimming and into college swimming. It's the summer league swimming. And they had one whole year without any swimming. Now they're not going to get this one, so they're going to have a whole another year. So hopefully, if we can get things cleaned up and open back up next summer, well, those kids that swim one time a year just during the summer are going to be they're going to have missed almost 2 years, almost like 21 months of not being in the water at all. So it's hopefully, we're lucky too, because swimming is, you can be outside. It's way more safe to be outside. So a lot of people have moved outdoors, obviously. And we're not a contact sport. We're not touching each other. We're not wrestling. We're not dribbling a ball and passing the ball to each other and sweating on the ball and spitting on the ball. So we are lucky in that aspect. But, now the coaches all across the world they're on pool deck for like 8 or 10 hours a day because they have to, have small swim practices with just X number of kids. And so they're just like back to back to back to back to back. So it's a challenging time for the sport of swimming. There's a lot of, we'll see what happens. I mean, if the Olympics don't go off, I mean, it's really just going to throw another huge monkey wrench, into the whole entire system.
Yeah, people don't even think about the Olympics. That's supposed to be happening in a couple of weeks. It's not here. It's the one of the largest worldwide events, if not the largest worldwide events. Definitely with companies or countries competing. But I saw, I used to coach a swim team for about 9 years, the Sugarland Run Dolphins. I also coached another local swim team where I lived up north called the Rivercrest Rapids. No, Rivercrest Riptide, something like that. I only coached them for 1 year. But I saw that Sugarland Run is at least 2 days a week doing dry land, which no one really likes dry land anyway. But at least they're doing something, I guess.
Yeah.
It's hard because, that was that thing that people did during the summers. And I coached 150 kids, which is probably at least 100 families. I know you've coached a ton of kids as well, Nate, and older adults with your new team, the Swimnerd Masters, and Tim with your kids that are doing sports. Like, they want to do something. And so it's I don't know. I don't have kids, but I can't imagine what those individuals are going through, wanting that and being thirsty for that. It's got to be tough.
Yeah. And you don't race that much in swimming anyways. Now you're really taking away the racing. That's the whole point of it, so it's sad, but it's something we just going to have to overcome,